Hi, I'm Penny Clark and this is the Home of the British Sailing Team TV channel. With me this evening I've got Jim Macgregor, father of Lucy and Kate, two of our match race girls. Jim, to start with, it's been quite a difficult qualifying round for the girls. How are they likely to be feeling and what their confidence is going to be going into the quarterfinals?
I think they're pretty solid. Well, they are solid. It has been tough. It's been up and down. It's a good job they got some good results in early. I think they were beating some of the better teams and losing to some of the not so hot teams. But I think we've seen over some 6 months or more those teams that were not high in the pecking order have got better and better, and particularly Olivia Price from Australia. I think the girls had them in the semi-final in the Worlds at Perth and beat them then. But and then the girls went on to win Miami. So it's a real mixture of results over this year, and let's hope they've got the bad ones behind them now.
Indeed, and you mentioned the Australians there. They've won every single one, I think, of their heats going into the quarterfinals.
Yep.
That's obviously going to give them big confidence, but it all starts again in the quarterfinals, so that counts for nothing.
Yes, so as you can imagine, as parents, I spend my life following them. I usually work at night, so I spend the day online if there's an event on and checking it out. And we've seen our team win every round in the round robin, every match in the round robin, and then gone a bit the other way around on the quarterfinals, but. They've worked so hard. They're pretty professional, and Lucy's very solid indeed. And they're a good team. I'm sure they can turn things around.
And it's quite different to the other sailing events we've got here. They've got a couple of days off now before the quarterfinals, and we're starting to see slightly different conditions. Do the girls have any preference to the wind speeds?
I don't think they have a preference. I think in the days when there was clearly some top teams and other teams, then strong winds were good, because I think in the Worlds that they won in 2010, they just jibed and just scared the hell out of, I think it was Sally Barco, that they got, and they pipped, and their downwind handling in a blow is superb.
Boat handling is definitely superb, and it's quite unusual at this level to see siblings sailing together. Lucy and Kate obviously get on quite well. Yeah,
they're Nikki's our eldest, and Nikki and Lucy are very close. So they're closer in age, and so it's been quite a challenge, I think, for Kate, who's always been the third one. It's just Kate sort of thing, and but she's quite a sought after crew these days. She's really proving us all wrong, I think, and she's a neat little sailor, and I think they've got a good respect for each other, and they got on well. So,
and you're a big sailing family. Where did the girls learn to sail, and what did they learn to sail in?
We've sailed. We sail a lot, and we're all from Poole Yacht Club, and I guess the time they were born, my wife and I was sailing in two-handed and three-handed boats most evenings at the club. There's a lot of evening sailing in Poole, and the kids were often in the bottom boards in a carry-cot or whatever, and we then did cruising. We changed as Nikki was born, the eldest, we changed from a J24 to a small cruiser, a Contessa, and we would cruise, and that was great fun, having them small and cruising with them. And again, I think Kate lost out a little there, because Nikki and Lucy had started going around the race track by then, and so Kate just got dragged along and dragged into it. Bless her.
And growing up, who would you say was their inspiration? And not necessarily just from someone competing on the world stage, but there was anyone local, or did they?
we did have a strong. We helped develop a strong youth section at the club at Poole, and they were very much in the early part of that, and the whole crowd of really good youngsters have come through, and they had superb time socially as well as racing. And in fact, there's people like Matt Burge and Toby Lewis, people like that, well-known top guys, are all part of their kids from the age of sort of 10 onwards. They were all a gang. Just got without really. They probably didn't realise how good they were becoming, and just sailing most nights, I guess.
Yeah, and our home games obviously quite special. How good is that for you? You know, relatively local, Poole. How good is it to have the games here in Weymouth?
Oh, superb! I feel very honoured, really, to have everything so nicely sorted that we can just get up at home. I pilot ships at night. I keep the days clear, and so I can come down every day. My wife's taken the time off work, and we can be down here in no time from Poole, or we can stay overnight. We have an arrangement locally to stay overnight, which we are tonight. Brilliant.
And there's a huge amount of fantastic sport here in Weymouth, on the beach, up in the Nose Gardens. What about back home? Poole's got such strong sailing routes. What's the support like for the girls there?
Oh, it's awesome. It really is. And we are very much club people. And we've worked with the club. We've done our bits and pieces in different official capacities and unofficial. And Poole Yacht Club is so behind them, and Parkstone as well, of course. But they're just going gaga back home. So we're hoping for them as much as the girls that they progress beyond the quarterfinals.
Very much, and we've all got our fingers crossed here. Jim, thank you very much for joining me.
Lovely.
I'm Penny Clark. This is the Home of the British Sailing Team TV channel.